Okay everybody, so as you can see up against that tree was the storm door that we took out. That was right on the outside. So the little tiny aluminum screws that were just holding into rotten wood, so that just came out pretty nice. You have to take that storm window out first from the outside. Try not to beat up the aluminum wrapping so we can kind of fabricate with that later. I already took off this, I don't know what you call it, but here, and here. So that's what these pieces are, okay? Be careful. This is gonna be all dried up because it's like 100 years old. So just take your time popping that off because you're going to put that back, okay? Get these nails out. Next thing we're gonna do is get the actual windows out. So we're gonna take these little screws out. So we are leaving this and this. Okay, so I took the screws out. That was like that. So I was able to now take this, prop this out and out. I should be able to just pull this out. Okay, so there's one more piece. This thing right here. I don't know if you can see it. This looks by half inch by half inch, but it actually goes deep into the jamb. We have to get this out. Alright, so I'm actually able to just, I didn't take that piece out yet. I'm able to just take this whole thing out by just gloving and just popping this way. I'll just take a pliers and pull that up. I do not need that. Alright, so this window is in. It's not connected. I'm just gonna pop this out. It stops on these. So you just shove it all the way up against this little 1 by 3/4, which completely encapsulates. It's the exterior window stop. So you just push it all the way up against. Okay, so before you put this window in, there's a little piece of vinyl that comes with it that just sits on top of the window. That is because when you're replacing into an old window, this actually slants down. So when you put that window in, it's actually going to sit, you know, tight right here, but then it's going to be raised and leave this weird opening at the bottom. So that's where this little piece of vinyl, you slide that in on the bottom. This is the bottom, and then you pop it in, and it'll cover up that nicely. All right, so now we got it where we want. We're going to put shims right where the nail holes are. So there's one here, here, and here. This is so when you tighten in that screw, it doesn't bow the window. It keeps it right where it's supposed to be. Okay. Here's the other screw. These are actually going to be covered up by a little piece of plastic. So if you can't find those screws at first, it's because you have to pop that plastic off. Okay, and then before you screw it in and after, you just want to make sure it opens and closes nicely. This is just a single hung, so just the bottom opens, so this window should keep the whole thing square. Alright, so that window is put in. We just have to use non-expanding spray foam. Zip these off, pull the nails out of these, put those back on, and the inside will be done. Then we have to work on the outside as far as maybe bending a little bit of metal. Maybe we don't have to bend metal at all and just run a bead of caulk around it if we're lucky. What is the other thing I wanted to discuss? Oh, that was right. This window just fits right, this window's not sitting on top of this, it's right inside it, and it just fits. Oh my goodness. So that was perfect. I guess if it doesn't fit perfectly, you might have to just cut a little bit off of this. I guess you'd probably have to take off the trim so you can get to this, so you can cut it out. But yeah, it turned out really good. All right, so this is with that little lip thing I put on, this right here. So it looks better. I still have some metal bending to do to get around that, cover up that. But there you go. Okay, you guys, I actually decided to take that little flap off that you I installed earlier. I didn't like it really. Number one was because I couldn't spray foam, so I had to spray foam the bottom from the outside, just because how tight that was sitting and how that board was slanted. So now I'm able to actually spray foam. I don't know if you can see that. Spray foam that. Okay, so now I'm going to be bending metal. So I'm just going to bend, you know, about 1.25 inches, down 3/4, out 1 inch to cover this all up. All right, so this is what I'm kind of talking about. So don't mind that little cut. That was on accident. I'll just fill it with caulk. But up 1 inch, out 3/4, down 1 inch. That'll cover that up, tie right into this, so we don't have to mess with any of this metal. I'm just gonna re-silicone these bottom edges.